Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some vintage story, shall we? Continuing our complete beginner's guide here in 2022. And what we are up to at this point is we're firing up some clay. We've got molds created. We've made some vessels, and we're cooking our bowl in our crock. When daylight comes, our job is to find as much copper as we can so that we can smelt it and acquire ourselves the necessary means to make a pickaxe. We really just need 3 more nuggets of copper to get there. You need each piece makes 5 units, and you need 100 units to melt and pour into the mold to create the pickaxe. So, well, actually, we'll put the 20 nuggets of native copper, 20 times 5 is 100, into the crucible. We'll put the crucible on the fire pit. We'll heat it up with peat. Once it gets to a certain temperature, we'll switch out the peat for the charcoal that we made. Heat it all the way up till it's molten, then pour it in that mold and wait for it to cool. And then we'll be able to make an awesome tool for ourselves. We are curing these 2 leather, well, I guess they're oiled hides at this point. And they're getting there, so we can continue making bags and just feeling great. Now, I am going to find this clay, and I'm going to put down here, and I'd like some more storage containers. I'm greedy. So I'm just going to kind of nap out a vessel. I love these things. And let me see here. I kind of got caught in a weird space where... There we go. I was not where I wanted to be. Okay. So let me change the tool to this one, and we're adding. So we're going to right click and just kind of sculpt along the edge here. Make the nice large base of this vessel. And then now we're going to switch over to the 3x3 and start putting a bunch of clay down, make the bottom. And we can just kind of do this. Okay. Then we're going to extend out. So we're going to go back to 1x1. And then this is one that we're going to repeat a bunch as we make the sides of the vessel. And we're doing this right now because it's nighttime. And I don't want to be outside and getting killed by mean drifters who are throwing stuff at us. We're going to duplicate layer. Just right-click anywhere we want. Just keep duplicating, sculpting up the sides of this vessel. You can see it's building up, and we'll just stop once we no longer need that shape. We're going to make the lid eventually here. Nope, these things are so tall. Wow. There it goes. Goodness. All right. Then we're going to lean in a little bit. Oh. That's the wrong tool. Let me get rid of this. So we had a stack of 64 to start with, and you can see how we've already gone down to 40, making the vessel. So the vessel is just one of the biggest clay investments that you're going to find, given its size. But to be honest, it's not a big deal because we have clay so close to us, and it's so easy to get. All right, we're going to switch to the 2x2. Oh boy, back to the big one. And, well, just duplicate the layer, I guess. Hopefully this will work out. And we did it. All right, and I'm just going to pick this up with an empty hand and set it down in there. And it is now 6:20, so hopefully it's day enough. Hopefully there's a rift like right outside our house. That's fantastic. You'll love to see it. You hate to see it. All right, so let's see. How much grass do I have? Do I have any? 1. So that's not enough. So we're going to have to, like, take out our knife and go wild. You know, we should also make a scythe at some point. It's so good for getting stuff like grass. I'm just going to get a little bit of grass and get this vessel crafted. I guess it's not like it's hard to get grass with a knife, but the scythe just obliterates it. And makes your job, even with cattails, it makes your job so much easier. Alright, great. So let me just push 6 and shift and just pile that in there. We need sticks, which I put in the wood container. Which... Oh, do we not? Oh, we have 9. I don't think that's... Do we need only 8? Let me see how many we need. Yeah, we needed 8. And then we can use firewood, which we have some over here. We kind of put this here, put the clay up here, put the grass up here, and I'm just gonna take 4 and then... Oh, we need to put even more firewood on there, huh? Alright. And then now we can light it. There it goes. Tremendous. Okay. Let me put this firewood back. Alright. And I am going to drop off my ingredients, or this, you know, the resources that I don't need to carry while we walk out into the rain. Or at least it feels like rain. And look for copper. Now I'm going to check the map. And, you know, it's kind of like, where did we not go, right, when looking for copper? I'm going to go up this way. I really want to avoid bears, wolves, the things that have been killing me. There's obsidian. Fantastic. I want to avoid going into that. And remember, it's not like it necessarily does anything from this far away. You just don't want to walk into it and then stand in it for a prolonged period of time. Unless you're feeling frisky. Okay. So now I'm going to, in earnest, start scouring the ground for the pieces of metal that might be just laying about, waiting for us to collect it. Do-do-do. Basalt. Very good. That's a goat. I did some hunting last time. It's always good, but I don't believe I need to do any right now. Uh-huh. We've got leather that we're curing. We've got a ton of meat. I did not bring food with me because I'm moronical, but we should be able to get back home pretty easily and get some sustenance. Maybe we can even find a few berries while we're out here to tide us over. I'm going to walk through some of these mountains and just kind of see if there's any veins that are exposed or anything laying on the ground that would be promising. There's flint, which is okay, but not what we're looking for. Give me the copper. You got any copper? Okay. Alright. We're up here now. Nice and high up. And there's a little chasm there. Alright. There is... It appears to be a fox swimming in the water in a charming scene. I don't see any copper immediately, but there's clay down here, which is probably worth marking. There's some goats, and there's a bunch of cattails, and there's some berries too. So this is a happy little spot. Animals frolicking. Let me just mark this on the map that this is a clay pit. Okay. All right. Looking for those speckles that indicate what we dream of, which be copper. I'm eating these berries as I walk, getting my nom on. There's more berries. You know, I'm gonna get some more bushes. Might as well. If I'm gonna just specialize as a cranberry harvester, I'm gonna need a bunch, which I'm not really gonna do that, but that'd be cool if you could. All right. And I'll just fill up my hunger bar while I poke around. Wow, look at the grass. I mean, just such lush vegetation here. All right, there is some stuff on the ground over here, so let me just kind of go examine. There's a ram. Oh, there's basalt sand. Okay. I think that we can sift through this. Let me make sure. Oop. Wrong thing. Let's see. Basalt sand. Obtained by breaking. It's an ingredient for mortar, mud brick, plaster. But can you... let's see. Sand, gravel, or bony soil. Now, I don't know if they mean only... No, I don't see why you couldn't use... I'll try. Like, this might be a way for us to... oh, what's this? Quartz. Oh, okay, cool. So there's quartz over here. So I'm not sure if this sand can be panned like other sand. I mean, my guess is yes, but we're going to find out. I haven't played on the map with basalt sand easily accessible before, so it's going to be interesting to see if this is a substitute. I'm going to need to mark both of these things. So we're going to mark basalt sand with kind of like a black icon, and then we're also going to mark with white quartz. Okay. It could very well be the case that, you know, when you... Let's see if there's anything on this dead animal that's worth it. Nope. It could very well be the case... This is the wagon, which we did mark, that basalt sand only gives you quartz when you pan and not copper. But I'm just speculating because I see quartz all around it, and I don't honestly know for sure. I'll tell you what I do know for sure. I need more sticks. Let's get them. We're going to get as many sticks as we possibly can. Uh-huh. Oh my. I almost wandered into a death trap here. Okay, so there's a pretty large cave down here. Let me just indicate that. I'll just say cave. in unmistakable letters. Alright, let's see what this is. No copper immediately obvious. It's kind of hard sometimes to see, too, with all this grass. I'm going to have to get the jump on. Oh, there's a bunch of berries. Just so many. So many cranberries. My God. When Thanksgiving rolls around, we're going to have the proper dressing. Okay. Another entrance to that cave there. Alright, wow, that's a interesting looking outcropping there. Alright, let me kind of just move up. And looks like that's the ocean. Or at least, you know, a lake or something. Alright, let's see if we can find any quartz bits. There's rocks all over here. Could be hard sometimes. I mean, there's animals by the rift. There's some trees. I need binoculars. You know, that'd be awesome if I could, like, get a better... pull out my telescope. I mean, I got quartz. You know, just refine that into a lens. And... oh, look what we found. Here we go. Onions in the wild. So we're going to pick these up. These are pretty mature as well. So this is spelt. We'll take it. So we're finding some things that we could grow in our garden. All of these onions are terrific. When you find vegetables in the wild, you want to get them so that you can not only just get the vegetables, but almost more importantly are the seeds. Oh, here's some currants. Well, we're getting lucky. Finding lots of veg. There goes a chicken being chased by a rooster. Good times. All right, I'm going to kind of circle back this way, looking for anything. How many sticks did I manage to pick up? Only 7. It's really sad. Once we make shears, stick gathering becomes much easier, but that's a ways off. We're going to need several things. We will need to make an anvil at some point anyway. But that takes so much copper, it's unconscionable. Given how much we have. Once we get a mining a pick and can start digging for copper and then make a hammer, the copper will come much easier. Right now it's very challenging because you're looking to either pan it or find it on the surface. Oh, here's a bunch of sticks. Oh, right. I can't just pick it up like that. I'm just, like, planting these bushes everywhere instead of just picking things up. That wasn't what I meant to do. But anyway, there we go. Get those sticks. And there's a death trap. But still... no copper. Ooh, I heard some scary voices. So we want to get away. We don't want to find another bear. I think I was mauled by a wolf or something over here at some point. Time is it? The time is fine. Alright, so then I'm going to run this direction. I know running is a poor choice for all kinds of reasons, but I'm doing it. I have food. I have berries. We actually have a ton of berries. It's great. And we have a lot of stew waiting for us back home. Alright, so let me climb, if possible. Alright. And use this in some fashion to look for that sweet, sweet copper. Okay. Well, not I've hurt myself. Trumpets mean me crying out in pain. I don't know if you find the trumpets to be soothing or terrifying. A little of both. Alright. I used to be scared of the trumpets because I thought it meant that like an enemy was yelling at me, but then I realized it was just me yelling at myself and the pain that was shooting through my body. It makes sense. Okay, here's another pretty large, if this isn't a cave system, it's just a cut into the land. A gorge or something. That'll hurt your legs. You got to be careful when you're around here. Is this bony soil? What is this up here? Oh, it's quartz. It's more quartz. All right. Interesting. So that is worth marking on our map. We are here, and we have located some quartz. And we'll save it. Animals. Water. Uh-huh. All right. I'm running a bit, but we can always just eat berries and fight off that scurvy. Oh, there's a cave with a waterfall. I don't see anything particularly. That's obsidian. Or it sure looked like it. My God, I'm swimming. I've become clean. Another cave, perhaps? Indeed. Underwater. Now this is muddy gravel, which we cannot pan through. Okay. Alright. So I'm running. And where are we on the map? Now we're back into, you know, regions very, very close to home. Honestly, I had so much better luck for copper in this direction. I'll probably need to head down this way to find it. Okay, and let me go up here. And I'm going to just take out my bushes. And no, not that. Bush. And we're just going to plant another row of bushes along here. We'll try to keep them the same length. And then we've got these bushes too. They're the current bushes. This is a different type of plant. Now we have some seeds, which we can begin storing to get ready for the business of, my God, the business of farming, but we need some fertilizer before it's really the best idea in the world. Now I'm going to try this. I'm going to put a piece of sand here, and then we're going to pick up the pan, and we can stand in the water eventually. Now this, I guess, counts as the water, doesn't it? And we can see if we get anything. We got some flint for sure. This water is so like wavy. It's very strange. I'm floating. We got basalt stone, we got flint. Must stand in water to pan. I am in water, kind of. Alright. Well, we don't want to fill up. Oh, there's copper. There is copper. Great. Okay, so let's put some stuff away. Oh boy, we did it. Alright, so I'm going to go open this, and we can put the dirt in here for now. Let's just unload some stuff. Flint, basalt stones, we can put those away. Okay, where's our food bin? Didn't we have one? It's this one over here. Let's see, we've got seeds to put here. And we can put all those seeds away. What is this? Spelt grain? Yeah. Can't do too much with it at the moment. We need that cairn. That'll be a good day. We do have some more food. I'm just going to put it over here. And then now, if I go over here, I can pick up the piece of copper. And we learn the good news, which is that we indeed can possibly get copper from this activity. We got some quartz, it looks like. Yep. So, you know, we're getting stuff. We're getting basalt. We're getting flint. Good. All right, so we can just keep dropping down one of these. I don't know if, like, if I put that here, will that... Yeah. By putting that block right there, it allows me to stand in water but not get hit by the current or the buoyancy or whatever that was as much. Awesome. Okay, it looks like our some of our items have finished. And we can just kind of open this up. I have a axe mold ready, some ingot molds. But I'll tell you what I really need at this point would be to eventually create, get ready to make a hammer, you know, but that's down the road. Let me put away my copper, and then I don't think I have any quartz yet, but I can slot that over there. And then I can go here and pick up this and this, and we should be able to double up on some of these items. Yeah, I can put, well, no, these are done, so I can put these over with the rest of my food items. There we go. Alright, so there's all of our food storage. And let's get just back to panning. Try to get the last couple of pieces of copper that we need. So we'll just stand here. We could, of course, go back outside. We still have some time left in the day to look for this stuff. But to be honest, not much time. And this is going to be... it should be more fruitful for discovering copper than just wandering around. Wandering around can, of course, find you copper, but we don't need a ton of it. So this, I think, will be faster overall than just scouring. We did get a flallerite nugget, which is zinc. And now what you need to do is just kind of watch your baskets. Yep, we got an arrowhead there, or a piece of quartz. So we are getting lots of items. But sometimes copper can be a little bit rough. Well, there's one. Alright, and we'll just put this down, and you know, you can just repeat it. So now that you see how this process works, all you need is some kind of sand that is dry, or some kind of gravel that is dry, and you're good to roll. Yeah, we did it. Alright, I'll finish this out just to get this little, like, partial stack off my base floor, but let's keep filtering. Okay, great. So now, all of that is taken care of. I'm going to just put my pan down, and it's time to get our crucible. So, we're going to put the crucible on the fire pit, and then we're going to get all of our copper together. Okay. And then, so what we want to do is grab our copper and put it into the crucible. And you can see it will create 100 units of copper ingot, which is what we want. And now it's time to get some of our peat brick. I'm going to get, I'll just get 20 for now. We don't need this much, but I always like to have a little bit more just in case. And we're going to start and just set this peat on fire. And then we're going to need to babysit this a little bit. So I'll show you. In the meantime, let me get my charcoal out. And ready to go. Okay. So we're just going to watch the fire pit. And you can see that it's heating up. And the fire itself is this temperature, but then the contents of the crucible are this temperature. Once we get this fire to a flatlining temperature, we will know it's as, you see that peat can get up to 900 degrees. So we should try to get this around 900 or exactly to 900 and then switch over once we've heated this up as hot as we can go with peat and then use charcoal. You can, of course, start with charcoal, but it will burn too much of it. You want to save it because if you saw how difficult it was to make or how time-consuming that process was, whereas peat is really easy to get for us, especially at this place. It's close to our house. So you can use this readily to push the temperature. Okay, it's almost there. You can see how the picture of the copper is heating up there, and it tells you its smelting temperature is 1084. So we need to get it all the way up there. And we're slowly building. Good. We got it. Now all you have to do is just switch this like that. You just can swap it in even while the fire is going. And now you'll see the temperature start to escalate very rapidly as this approaches getting to be the right temperature for us. You can see it's starting to turn yellow. And when it gets to the right temperature, the green bar will start to fill up. There it goes. And you can see it filling up. You can see we're moving through our charcoal. As soon as this is done, we're going to take all of our charcoal off so it doesn't burn any excess and save it. And we're just waiting for this to fill up, fill up. We're going to put the crucible into the open spot on our inventory bar so we can pour it into the mold and take off the charcoal and put it in our bag. And it's done. So we're going to take the charcoal here, and we're going to take this now yellow crucible that says contains molten copper, and we're going to shift, and we're just going to pour it all into there. All right, so now all 100 units of the molten copper, shift right click to pour it onto our mold. It's done. and you can see that the pickaxe mold, it says it has 100 out of 100 units of liquid copper, and it'll tell you like how many units it needs. The axe needs 100, the pickaxe needs 100, and 20 nuggets of 5 each will give you 100. And then what you're doing is you're seeing the temperature starting to lower on this pickaxe mold, and you just need to wait until it's done. I'm going to put my crucible over there, and we're good. So now we're just waiting for it to cool. And I'm just going to start putting some stuff away into different spots in my inventory, making sure, let's see, put my charcoal away. Wait a minute, charcoal, where'd you go? Did I just drop you on the ground? Oh, no. That's hilarious. Okay. That's what you got to watch out for. I had the fire pit open, and I was, like, depositing stuff, and because that window was open, it was putting my items not into the empty slots here, but onto my fire pit. So that's a good lesson. Make sure you close your fire pit, because I didn't want to do that. I might have actually lost a piece of charcoal because of that interaction, and that's my fault. Make sure you close that. All right, now we're good. And let's see. We can put these right there. These have a home already, and so do those. So I'll just throw all like items where they need to go. We can put the peat bricks, stack them back up. Put that right there. This is a birch seed, so we can just plant that outside. Oops. Here. There we go. Great. Okay. Now you can see this is like... It's now soft copper. You can see the color has changed a bit on it. And this fire is going, and it's really, really hot just because, you know, it takes a while to cool down. So while that's happening, I am going to just go to my clay, and let's go ahead and nap out a hammer mold for ourselves, because we're going to need this eventually. So I'm going to select 3x3, and I'm just going to hold Alt and just kind of stack this up, going all the way around. Yep, and then now it's time to just do this again, basically. We'll change over to 2x2. Oops. At least these molds are pretty easy. It's just like 2 layers, basically. Okay, done. And I'm going to pick this up. And we need to fire it. Put it in there. And let's see. Get out all of our grass. Uh-huh. And take our sticks. Uh-huh. And pick up some firewood. And we'll just light this up. There it goes. And we'll just put the firewood back. Like that. Fantastic. And let's put our grass back here. Okay. And we can put our clay back. You can see I'm still, like, I'm using up all of my storage. I could, of course, make some more baskets, but we've got the storage vessel being fired over here, so we're good on that. We do need to eat, so let's just open this up and... Oh, let's eat whatever perishes first, I suppose. Alright, there was not very much left in that one. Let me eat some more then from this. Yep, and then we can just put this back. There's 0.3 servings left of that. We'll take this empty bowl and just kind of put it over here with our other bowl. And it's continuing to cool down. It's still insanely hot. Now, at this point, of course, you know, there's bad guys outside. We don't want to go outside. We can, I'm going to bust up my torches really fast just to make sure that we don't lose them. And then we can replace them like that. Okay, get some light around here. And then it says 100 units of hardened copper, and you can take the item like that. And now we have the pickaxe head, and we just take this, and we take a stick, and boom, we have a copper pickaxe. And we can now put this on our tools bar. I'm going to actually move my knife over and do that, and we are good to go. So now we have a copper pickaxe. We are firing a storage vessel. We're firing a hammer mold, which we're going to need to break up the large chunks of copper that we find when we're actually going out. So our next set of objectives would be to go out to all of the places we marked where there was surface copper and dig down with our shovel until we get to the basalt or whatever hard stone there is, and break it up with our pickaxe to get the copper out. Additionally, we're going to want to break up some pure basalt pieces by carving out just a square of basalt. And the way you do that is you basically take a block that's at eye level, and then you remove all the blocks underneath and around it and let it kind of like float in the air, and then it will pop off and you can get a whole block, which we could use to turn into a cairn, which we could grind bones and such. We could make flour for baking, and we could also grind bones into dust to create fertilizer, right? So we'd be making basalt cairns like this, and we could grind items in there to help our garden, okay? And that would be our next steps. But I really just wanted to take this guide to the point where we had copper and we had made our pickaxe, because now you have a great foundation for how to make a house, how to cook, how to get clay, fire clay, make charcoal, gather minerals, pan for resources, get firewood, get peat. We've done so many different things, make containers, and now you can start moving into the copper moment of, you know, making an axe, making a hammer, making the different items with copper, and you're going to start just getting more and more copper until you get an anvil, and you can make even better stuff like a saw, and shears and things, which will really help your progress along. So everyone, I think we'll kind of end the guide here unless everyone wants to see it move further. And this should be enough to get you started in this game and get you introduced to a lot of the systems and help you survive and begin to build toward more as your civilization, your like little civilized dwelling elevates and gets more and more technology and spacious, and cool functions open up. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful, and thank you so much to all of you who left comments and tips correcting mistakes that I made, or elaborating on points with all of your amazing knowledge on this game to help new players dive into it and have fun. If you have more comments to leave that would help new players, please do that in the spirit of getting more people interested in this game and having fun and enjoying it. Thank you so much again, everybody. Take care.